Sunny days of the first autumn weeks are known as wife summer in Russia. The wife summer means both holidays and work for women, as our proverb runs. According to a folk belief, a gossamer web floating in the air at this time is not a web at all, but Our Lady's yarn. That craftswoman will be lucky, who will be able to catch it, and always her work will be done in a better way. The priceless gift was given to the Orenburg Cossack women, and the glory of their superfine shawls like that web was spread around the world. The particular properties of the local goat's down made the women hit upon the idea of creating a light, warm and necessary thing among women's clothes. In spinning operation, down was stretched into a thin thread like web. You can imagine how the experience of the first masters of goat down knitting was passed on and polished up from generation to generation, how the process of accumulation and improvement of techniques in down treatment and knitting was going on. The ever-increasing demand urged the women to involve their families and relatives and then fellow villagers in the trade of knitting the shawls. As the result of the collective experience, the system of the artisan craftwork was established, and the Orenburg downy shawl was made what it is. Shawls, designed initially for personal use, gained quickly the value of goods, which were demanded in the local market and then beyond the pale of it as well. Down knitting productions engages almost the entire female population, aged from 8–9 years up to those who reached great ages. Almost all the government officials' reports on this industry in Orenburg region began with these words. The 19th century, especially its second half, was marked by the triumphal march of the Orenburg shawl around the world. The statements of St. Petersburg, Moscow and Orenburg demonstrated the shawls of Orenburg Cossack women at various exhibitions with pride and reaped the laurels of victories, sharing the glory with them. Orenburg shawls were presented to the European public at the World Exhibition in London in 1851. Shawls of Maria Nikolaevna Uskova, the wife of a sergeant of the Orenburg Cossack host, were awarded a medal in 1862 at the World Exhibition. In 1877, 2 shawls knitted by Cossack women at Orenburg Cossack host were delivered to Her Imperial Highness, Grand Duchess Maria Pavlovna, on her personal request. As if confirming the choice of Her Highness, Nikolai Nikolaevich Karazin, an academician of painting and an author, said, "Downy products coming out of the skillful hands achieve full perfection. They are very expensive and luxurious. Fineness of downy yarn and knitting are truly amazing. A shawl sized about 2 square fathoms can be easily passed through a wedding ring." Orenburg shawl was highly valued by the future Emperor Nicholas II when he made a familiarization visit to the Orenburg Cossack host. For the Orenburg knitters, that welcoming the heir of the throne became a kind of exhibition of their achievements. After the Grand Duke Nicholas had passed the town of Orsk, almost in each village, he was offered a shawl together with bread and salt. In the 20th century, in 1958, a significant event for Orenburg knitters was their participation in the World Exhibition in Brussels. 56 countries demonstrated their products at this exhibition. According to the international jury decision, Orenburg shawl knitters got a silver medal for their remarkable products. Handmade shawls and articles of patent artistic machine weaving produced at the Orenburg Downy Shawl Factory were displayed at this grand festive exposition. Orenburg Downy Shawl is a part of the all-Russian cultural heritage. It is the downy shawl that defines a unique identity of our region, being the most brilliant artifact in its treasury. Nowadays, the famous fashion designers create their collections in Russian style. Our traditional crafts inspire the world fashion community. Valentin Yudashkin was fascinated by the Orenburg shawl. We hope that connoisseurs of beauty and grace will pay attention to the art of steppe knitters and represent it worldwide. Shawls knitted by Orenburg craftswomen were worn in the 19th and in the 20th centuries. Shawls will warm women's shoulders in the new century too. The craft goes on, and the downy thread will never break, transforming itself into the pattern of our country's events, the people and their happiness, and glorifying the land of Orenburg.